All right, geometry crew, we are starting the next section, which is 3.7, equations of lines in the coordinate plane. This section is very simple, and it should bring back a lot of memories from Algebra 1. All right, so let's just remember here, which is basically what they're reteaching us in this section. All right, slope of a line, all right? Remember, your slope of a line is rise over run. All right, the difference of your y's over the difference of your x's. All right, so y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. All right, also remember, equations can be written in slope-intercept form. So remember, your slope-intercept form, y is equal to mx plus b. All right? And this is where m is the slope, all right? So this is whatever your slope is. And b is your y-intercept, all right? So y equals mx plus b. And finally, we have point-slope form. And this is used when you're given a point and a slope. So point-slope form, this is y minus y sub 1 is equal to m, which is your slope, times x minus x sub 1. All right? That should all be review from Algebra 1. And this is what we're plugging and chugging today. All right? So let's look at a couple examples that we can do. All right? I'm looking at page 193. And for page 193, number 1, they just give us 2 points. All right? So they tell us 4, 5 and 6, 15. All right? And what they're asking us to do is to find the slope of the line that goes through the given points. Well, remember, slope is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Now, it doesn't matter what you label first, but whatever you label first, you have to follow suit. So if I call this x sub 1, this has to be y sub 1. This would then be x sub 2, y sub 2. So let's just plug the numbers into our equation. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1, that would be 15 minus 5. And then x sub 2 minus x sub 1 would be 6 minus 4. So we have 15 minus 5, which is 10, 6 minus 4, which is 2. Our slope is 5. And you do the same thing with number 2. All right? Number 2, they give us a graph, and they actually label 2 points for us. The first point is 2, 5, and the next point is 5, negative 1. Once again, I'm going to plug it in here. Let's just call this x sub 1, y sub 1. This is x sub 2, y sub 2. So we have negative 1 minus 5 all over 5 minus 2. This equals negative 6 all over 3, or negative 2 is our slope. All right, those problems are really easy. Now let's look at number 3. All right, number 3 says, what is the equation of a line that has a slope of 8 and the y-intercept is 10. Wow, they made this really simple. Well, our slope is equal to m, the y-intercept is equal to b, y equals mx plus b, so y is equal to 8x plus 10. Wow, that was really difficult. And the next one, number 4 on page 193, they say, what's the equation of a line that passes through this point, 3, 3, and this point, 4, 7? Well, what are we missing here? We're missing the slope. We don't know what the slope is, but they gave us 2 points. So if we find the slope using y2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, then we'll have it. So let's call that x sub 1, this y sub 1. This is x sub 2, this is y sub 2. So we have 7 minus 3 all over 4 minus 3. So 7 minus 3 is 4, 4 minus 3 is 1. Our slope is 4. Now, some students say, well, what point do I choose? All right, because I'm going to use point slope form. They gave me points and I have a slope. So we're going to use point slope form. And remember, that's y minus y sub 1 is equal to m, which is our slope, x minus x sub 1. I'm going to use the 3, 3. It looks nice, and that's the one I'm going to use. If I chose 4, 7, I will get the exact same answer. And you can test it if you want. I'm going to use 3, 3. All right, so I'm going to plug into this equation. So it's y minus, well, my y sub 1, that we'll call that 3. This is equal to m, which is 4. I just found that out. That's my slope. And then x minus x sub 1, which is also 3. All right? And I'm going to solve this. So y minus 3 is equal to, remember to distribute here. I got to distribute. So 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 3, that's 12. And I'm going to add the 3 to both sides. So my final answer, y is equal to 4x minus 9. All right? And that's what this whole section is about. So it's kind of a review of Algebra 1. So hopefully you guys are doing well, and I can't wait to see you soon. All right, bye-bye.